Hi, I'm Helen Worden. I am a co-chair along with Martin Schultz of the Tropospheric Ozone Assessment Report, or TOAR, which is an activity of IGAC, International Global Atmospheric Chemistry. Martin and I have the support of a fantastic international TOAR steering committee that you can see here. This means our Zoom meetings are at 1200 UTC, which is pretty early in the morning for me in Boulder, Colorado. A lot of people know about the good ozone in the stratosphere that protects us from harmful UV radiation. This natural ozone layer was endangered by long-lived man-made chlorofluorocarbons, or CFCs, and the Montreal Protocol continues to safeguard its restoration. However, ozone pollution caused by man-made emissions in the lowest layer of the atmosphere, or the troposphere, can be harmful to vegetation and human health, and it contributes to global warming. Currently, some national regulations limit the emissions that cause photochemical ozone production. So we can picture the problem of tropospheric ozone in these categories: the contribution to global warming, the damage to vegetation, and the effects to human health, and I will go into each of these in more detail. By 2019, the Earth's surface had already warmed by a global average of 1.27 degrees Celsius since pre-industrial times. Tropospheric ozone is the third most important greenhouse gas for human contributions to climate change, responsible for about 18% of that warming. This is from the IPCC's sixth assessment report in 2019. Although the ozone is a fraction of the warming from ozone represents a fraction of the warming from CO2, it's still significant and about the same as methane. These numbers have large uncertainties, but the fact that they cause warming is clear. Estimated losses in global crop production for corn, soybeans, rice, and wheat due to ozone damage totaled $32 to $48 billion annually in 2015. Damages are projected to rise to $90.8 billion annually by 2080, but with large variations across different regions and implications for food security in vulnerable areas. Ozone damage to all plants can also affect the carbon cycle, further adding to global warming. Ozone pollution at the surface is detrimental to human health by impairing respiratory and cardiovascular function, which leads to more hospital admissions, school and work absences, medication use, and even premature mortality. From a global study, 490,000 deaths worldwide were attributed to surface ozone in 2021. The first Tropospheric Ozone Assessment Report, which finished in 2019, provided an up-to-date scientific assessment of tropospheric ozone's global distribution and trends from the surface to the tropopause. TOAR delivered 10 publications that have been cited over 1,500 times and were used in preparation of the IPCC's sixth assessment report. Many of these publications use the TOAR database of ozone exposure metrics that are used for studying global climate, vegetation, and health impacts of ozone pollution. Now we are in phase 2 of TOAR, and we have scientists from universities and research institutions in over 30 countries collaborating on this effort. This second assessment report will provide the physical science basis for tropospheric ozone's global distribution and trends, including the role of ozone precursor emissions, and will also explore and quantify the impacts of tropospheric ozone on human health, crop and ecosystem productivity, and climate change. So ozone in the troposphere is a superpollutant, but it is also short-lived, meaning any mitigation action taken today will result in measurable improvements within years rather than decades or centuries. It also means that by targeting ozone, we can make rapid progress in many areas: global warming, protection of human health and ecosystems, improved food security. TOAR, the Tropospheric Ozone Assessment Report, is an international effort to compile our understanding of tropospheric ozone and provide a scientific basis for mitigation.